So you're ready to start investing, but, it feels a little intimidating. Where do you even begin? Well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to break down step by step how to place your very first trade on Robinhood. Seriously, this is the guide for the absolute beginner. Let's jump in. Here's the game plan. We'll start with a quick welcome to the platform, then we'll get into how to fund your account, and of course, walk through placing that first trade. After that, we'll peek at what's next on your journey and then wrap it all up with the most important takeaways. All right, section 1, welcome to Robinhood. The whole mission of this platform really is to make investing way less scary and way more accessible. So let's start with the absolute basics. First things first, who can actually open an account? Well, the requirements are pretty standard for any financial place in the US. You've got to be at least 18, have a social security number, a legal US address, and be a citizen or legal resident. Pretty straightforward. Now, let's talk about what I think is a total game changer for new investors: fractional shares. See, back in the day, if a stock cost, say, $500, you needed $500 to buy even one share. But with fractional shares, you can invest with whatever you have. $5, $1, you get to own a tiny slice of that company. This is what really blows the doors wide open for everybody. On to section 2. You can't invest without any money in the account, right? So the next logical step is making that first deposit. Let's see how that works. And honestly, they make this part super simple. First, you securely link your bank account. Then you just decide how much to put in. Could be anything. And here's a really cool part. Robinhood usually gives you instant access to that money for trading, so you don't even have to wait for the funds to fully transfer from your bank. You can get started right away. Okay, section 3. This is it, the main event. This is where we turn that cash you just deposited into actual ownership. It's time to place your first trade. So, what on earth should you buy? Well, a really solid starting point for a lot of people is a diversified investment. That just means you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. So for this explainer, we're going to use an S&P 500 fund. It's a super popular way to invest in the whole US stock market at once. So what is an S&P 500 fund? It's what's called an exchange-traded fund, or ETF. The best way to think about an ETF is like a pre-made basket of stocks. So instead of trying to pick one winning company, this single investment instantly spreads your money across the 500 biggest companies in the US. It's like instant diversification. And the actual process of buying it, it's literally 4 simple steps. 1, you search for the stock's symbol. For example, VOO is a popular S&P 500 ETF. 2, you punch in the dollar amount you want to invest. 3, you give it a quick review to make sure it all looks good. And 4, you just swipe up to submit the trade. That's it. It's that fast. So what does that actually look like? Well, if you invest just $10, you might buy something like 0.015 shares of the fund. Now, that number might look tiny, but don't let it fool you. It's a huge deal. With that $10, you are now a part owner of 500 of the biggest companies in America. How cool is that? Okay, let's move into section 4, because once you've made that first trade, this whole world of other features starts to open up. Let's just take a quick peek at what else is out there for when you get a bit more comfortable. So once you start thinking more about the long game, you can check out retirement accounts like a traditional or Roth IRA right there in the app. They come with some nice tax advantages, and Robinhood even kicks in a 1% match on your contributions. That's basically free money for your retirement. And hey, if you're curious about different types of investments, there's also a door to the world of crypto. You can buy and sell dozens of popular coins, and yeah, you guessed it, you can start with just $1. Down the road, when you're feeling a little more adventurous and want to find your own investment ideas, there are tools like the Stock Screener. This lets you filter through thousands of companies using your own rules, helping you find stuff that fits your own personal strategy. Now this might be one of the most powerful tools for building wealth over time. It's automated investing. You can set it up to invest, say, $10 every single Friday, and just like that, you've put your portfolio growth on autopilot. It is a fantastic way to be consistent without even thinking about it. And that brings us to our final section, the key takeaways. Let's boil everything we just talked about down into a few core ideas you can take with you. So if you remember nothing else from this, remember these 4 things. 1, start small. You do not need a lot of money thanks to fractional shares. 2, diversify instantly. An ETF is your best friend here. 3, automate your plan, set it and forget it. And 4, maybe the most important, think long-term. The market's going to go up and down. That's normal. Your job is to just stay focused on the big picture. And there you have it. You now know how to go from zero to investor in just a few clicks. Hopefully, the whole thing feels a lot less intimidating. So I'll just leave you with this one question. Now that you know how simple it is to get started, what's your first investment going to be?